Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Nippon TV News, NNN, U.S. President Donald Trump expressed optimism on June 3rd regarding negotiations to end hostilities with Iran, stating that progress could be made as early as this weekend. Trump remarked that Iran is very close to signing an agreement, emphasizing that the U.S. is working well with them. Furthermore, Trump expressed a strong desire to secure and destroy the highly enriched uranium currently managed by Iran, stating, "We will secure it and destroy it." Amid these developments, the U.S. State Department announced that Israel and Lebanon had agreed to a U.S. brokered ceasefire. Although Iran had repeatedly called for a cessation of hostilities in Lebanon, Israel had continued its military operations even after a previous ceasefire agreement in April. The U.S. administration reportedly hopes that securing this new Israel-Lebanon ceasefire will serve as a catalyst to advance its broader high-stakes negotiations with Iran. According to Singapore's Line He Zhaobao, the United Nations General Assembly voted on Wednesday to elect new non-permanent members of the UN Security Council, resulting in Germany's first-ever failure to secure a seat. Germany, which has previously served 6 terms as a non-permanent member, fell short in the first round of voting with only 104 votes. The outcome represents a significant setback for the Merz administration, which has been seeking to position Berlin as a leading European voice in global affairs. Following the vote, German Foreign Minister Wadepool suggested that Germany's leading role in supporting Ukraine and its historically close relationship with Israel might have alienated some member states and cost Berlin the necessary votes. He also pointed out that Russian efforts to campaign against Germany within the UN were an open secret. In the election, Austria, Portugal, Trinidad and Tobago, and Zimbabwe secured seats in the first round of voting. Kyrgyzstan won the final seat after defeating the Philippines in a 4th round. The 5 newly elected nations will begin their 2-year terms on January 1, 2027, succeeding Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia. According to a report by Line He Zhaobao, the Ebola outbreak in the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, is worsening, marked by escalating violence and non-cooperation that hinder containment efforts. In South Kivu Province, a secure burial team was attacked by locals, forcing staff to abandon a victim's coffin, which was later handled by the community, a move that health officials warn could spark new transmission chains. Meanwhile, in Ituri Province, a heavily affected area, 11 Ebola patients escaped from a quarantine facility, and ongoing militia activity is disrupting tracking and humanitarian aid. The outbreak has expanded into Rimba, raising the number of affected health zones to 17 in Ituri Province and 25 nationwide, signaling active community transmission. To date, the DRC has recorded 363 confirmed cases and 62 deaths. The virus has also crossed borders. A DRC resident who traveled to Uganda via the United Arab Emirates tested positive. In response, 16 people in the UAE and 58 in Uganda are currently quarantined under observation. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus emphasized that ending the crisis relies heavily on community trust and leadership. According to CBS News, President Donald Trump is expected to nominate Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to serve in the role permanently. Blanche has been leading the Justice Department on an acting basis since Trump fired Attorney General Pam Bondi in April. Prior to this, Blanche served as Deputy Attorney General, having been confirmed by the Senate in a 52-46 vote last year, and was previously one of Trump's personal defense attorneys. During a private event in the White House's Rose Garden on Wednesday, Trump announced that he would make the nomination official tomorrow. As the top leader at the Justice Department, Blanche has overseen several high-profile and controversial decisions, including charging former FBI Director James Comey and handling the IRS lawsuit settlement. His permanent appointment will require confirmation by the Senate. According to a report by NBC6 South Florida, the Central Bank of Cuba has announced that transactions using Visa and Mastercard will be suspended on the island starting June 6. The development comes after a foreign partner terminated its processing relationship with the Cuban financial entity Fincemex, a subsidiary of the state conglomerate Gesa, in order to avoid repercussions from U.S. sanctions. This major financial disruption aligns with the U.S. executive order issued on May 4, which targets individuals and businesses collaborating with the Cuban military-run business entity. Consequently, Cuba's financial ties with the outside world are being severely restricted. The monetary squeeze has triggered a wave of corporate departures from the island. Notably, Spain's hotel giant Meliá, the largest foreign operator in Cuba, announced it will immediately cease operations at 15 of its 35 hotels on the island. Other major tourism operators, including Spain's Iberostar, Canada's Blue Diamond, and Indonesia's Archipelago International, have similarly scaled back or fully halted operations. The withdrawals present a major setback to Cuba's crisis-laden tourism sector, which is vital for the government's economic recovery plans. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.